Hey folks, so this video is going to take you through the process of actually creating your final portfolio as a website. Now there are many different sites that are out there. All of them have different things to offer. WordPress is one, Weebly is another. There's other things through Google that you can do to design your own website. The reason why I go with Weebly is because I feel like it's one of the more user-friendly ones for folks that maybe don't have as much experience with design or as much experience with kind of computers and everything else in technology. One of the things with this class being in an online environment that's really useful is that so much writing and composing and things that we do are done online. Whether it's an email, whether it's something else that we're doing a presentation and we're creating things on a computer, whatever it is, and eventually it might get posted and get disseminated through the web. So practicing in these mediums, I think, is really good praxis. Being able to do some of this stuff. So this is Weebly. So it's www.weebly, weebly.com. So basically, you get up to 2 free sites that you can create. Anything past that, you have to pay for it. But you sign up. So you have your full name, you put in your email, you put in your password, do all of that stuff, and it'll take you through the prompt. Let you know. I'll go ahead and log myself in here so you can see what the interface looks like. Again, hopefully I remember my password. So you're going to go through something that looks a little different because once you create your site, you're going to get prompted with a bunch of different questions. So what do you want to name your site? What do you want the URL to be, which is the little http:// whatever we got there. We can't all be English101.weebly.com, so it will let you know what you're deciding if it's been taken or not. So that's one thing that you want to look for. Typically, some combination of your last name and characters or something is usually fine and it works. It'll ask you for themes, so what do you want this to look like? And then you can start creating it, and then you can start putting in different images and everything else. So my sites have already been created. I've got these 2 that are right here. One's my personal one, and one is for a course that I designed. I'll go to the one that I designed for the course. And it opens up in an editor, and it looks like, of course, it's not working. Hold on. I will go to here, edit. Let's see. Should have clicked edit there rather than the URL. So that's lesson number 1. So here you can see what this actually looks like. And again, one of the things that's really useful about this is that it gives you a lot of helpful tutorials and videos and shows you the different things that you can do as far as adding text, updating images. So you can go through and you can watch these different videos and it shows you how you can do some of these things, right? Whether it's adding a text and an image and the different sort of updates that they have. So this is a very early version of a site that I created. And you can see there's a bunch of different things along the column here, right? Anything from text to gallery images to putting in images, whatever you want there. And literally to create something on a page, your folks' pages are going to be blank when you first look at them. You're going to be inputting different things. If I wanted to put in some kind of text, you can see there's this text one here. I just hold down my mouse, drag it to the field where I want it, let it go, and it creates a box there where I can go ahead and type in, text goes here, and whatever else you're going to put. So you can literally be able to copy and paste certain text and put certain things into there very quickly and very efficiently once you've got things going. So that's one of the things I like about it. One of the biggest questions I get is, okay, I've played around with the first page a little bit. I've been able to change things as far as titles. I've been able to put in different links or bullets or whatever. And you can see here, this is very similar to like a Microsoft Word toolbar, right? You can increase the sizes of text. If you highlight things, you can underline, you can increase the size, you can link it to something else by putting in something that's off-site or a website URL or a file or an email address. There's all different things that you can do. But the biggest question that I get is, okay, well, so I don't want to obviously have everything on a single page. I can't do that because I have the different drafts that I'm working with and I have all my different discussion postings that are there. So how do I create new pages? Well, up here on the top you can see there's a Pages tab. And when you click on that, you can see here's a plus sign that says Add. So you can create new pages by clicking that button and tells you if it's a standard page, which is what you're going to want for a web page. But there's other things, blog pages, external links, etc. So whenever you want to create a new page, that's what you have to do. Now, when you create that new page, it'll ask you, do you want to hide that or do you want to have it be visible? And what that means is that when you go back to your first page, if you say that you don't want to hide the link, then whatever you've chosen to create will appear up here in some way. Right? It'll appear in some kind of linking, some sort of navigation tab. If you don't want to do that, and let's say you wanted to have something like, let's see, essay number 1, and so you're going to link to your first essay, what you do is you create the page first. You have pages. Let's say you add a page, standard page, essay number 1, and you're hiding the navigation. So if you didn't hide the navigation, I'll show you what that looks like. And we go to build, you can see that essay number 1 should pop up here somewhere. Let me refresh. That works. Oh, let's see, maybe it didn't show up. Let me go to pages again. Essay number 1. Oh, it didn't link. Hold on. So this is, again, one of those things of playing around with it, seeing how it works. I think what I did was I did essay number 1. We're not going to hide the navigation, but I'm going to do save and edit. So you can see there's a save and edit button right there. So now when I click save and edit, there it is. So there's essay number 1. Click on that, it takes you to a new blank page, which you can then do all different kinds of things with and change the images and do whatever. If I didn't want that to appear in the navigation, I have this hide in navigation. Then I do save and edit. You can see it's not there, but the page still exists. Okay? So if I go back to my very first page where I inserted some of that text, let me try to scoot myself back here. Pages. Oops. Take me back. So these are all the different kind of links and things that I've created here. Let's say that I wanted to link some text. So if I went back to that very first page that I had, oops, sorry folks, you can see it's been trying to navigate design. I get to build in a second. Here we go. So I go to my sites, and I go back to that very first page where I imported some kind of text. It said click here to add text, remember? And I wanted to link to that essay number 1, okay? I would just have to highlight the text, and then there's this little link right there. If I click on the link, a couple different things I can do. I can link to an external site, so you put in whatever that URL is for that website, that's fine. Standard page, so that's the pages that you've created. So any page I've created on this site, whether it's visible or not visible, is listed here. So you can see I've got that essay number 1 that I created. It's hidden in this top navigation that's up here, but it still exists. And I click save, and now it is linked right there. Excuse me. So when you go to publish your site, that will be linked. Okay? So that's one of the options of how you create new pages, but you don't have to have everything on the same page. Design, so there's a certain design that I have here, but you can have all these different themes, and I apologize, I know some of the video is cut off right there. But if you click this here, it'll give you all these different custom themes, whatever it is that you want to choose. So I chose one, just sort of random theme for this, but let's say I wanted to change my theme to something like this. And I go ahead and I preview what that will look like, and it shows me kind of what it will look like. Okay? And you can see all my content is still there. So anything that I've done in the editor doesn't go away just because I choose a new theme, right? And you can just click cancel, or you can choose and then it'll be there. So you can change this at any time. You can change the colors anytime, the fonts, the styles, all these different things. You can change some of that stuff. So that's how you actually go about designing it. The thing I would encourage folks to do is just get in there and start playing around with it, just seeing what it can do. And if you have specific questions, feel free to contact me at any time, and I can walk you through more of what it is that you're trying to do and what that process looks like, okay? So get in there, register for an account, start playing around with it, seeing about putting some of those things up there. Again, I know that there are a couple things still hanging out there. The discussion number 9 for today, again, I apologize. I will get that to you folks just because I've been sick, I didn't have a chance to post it when I wanted to. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, folks, feel free to let me know. Thanks.